Well, let's talk more about the policing, the state of policing in the country as we head towards National Police Day and speak to the Deputy National Spokesperson for the South African Police Union, Jabu Mabena. Jabu, good to have you on SABC News as always. I mean, we're looking at stunning images of the cops who work at police station level being honoured for their excellence on the day today in Bloemfontein this week. But it must be bittersweet when you look at that and juxtapose it to what we've been dealing with at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, where the people at the highest levels of the police service are being basically accused of dishonouring the vow of policing.
Very good evening to yourself and the viewers at home, of which you are so correct to say bittersweet. But at this point in time, as SAPU, we want to switch a little bit to be in a mode of celebrating the men and women in blue that still have a trust and to really make sure that they deliver on the oath that they have signed to say that they will die with their boots on. As then we also appreciate the South African police services to really say to our members that are hardworking members, including those that are at the background in assisting them, to really give us as police a courage to say that we still can be trusted and still do our work with diligence.
And I appreciate the focus on the positive, because what they've managed to do is worthy of praise when you consider the many issues that police officers have to deal with. This country, communities tell us of police stations that don't have enough cars, that don't have enough officers on the ground and other resources, yet and still they show up every day and do their work. Speak to us about the reality of being a police officer in the country today and what it takes then to be able to excel at the levels that were honoured in Bloemfontein.
You know, Tembegile, the truth must be told to say, as a police officer, you have already have signed in that you will be departing your family, in that you'll be saving the country that you love, whereby we're saying that we celebrate even those, as much as it was shown that we celebrating as bitter as sweet to say there's other members that we have lost, but we are saying, whilst we have lost members, but we're really looking up to say that we're still communities that we have to serve and proceed. And also coming to the issue of resources, including the very same human resource that we're saying that as SAPU forever, we're advocating to the issue of saying the police killing must stop, because that's a minus to the number that really have to serve the country. Vis-a-vis those that are outgoing the police, equal the number, not to really be in a position to really police as it will be expected.
And are officers sufficiently protected, sufficiently supported by their superiors in their day-to-day work?
Yes, they are. If you see the fruits that were celebrated yesterday, it's true. Even one of the winners there was talking about the commander to be really encouraging them to make sure that they deliver. And in support, being supported by your commander, whereby the commander is expected to say, must forever guide you to say you are still on the right track to make sure that we bring the perpetrators to book. That need to be celebrated, Tembegile.
So to keep morale going then has been a challenge over the years, for among which the factors that we've just mentioned, the struggle or the scramble for resources, the claims that the police's management is doing the bidding of criminals. How do we keep police officers encouraged to show up and excel?
You know, as we celebrate these awards, it's also part and parcel, and also coming to the day of today to say on the calendar of SAPS, we do celebrate where we call it a police day, where we celebrate the fallen and even the still carrying on members that really they are here to serve the communities. And as SAP, we're saying that let's keep supporting and also bringing along the communities to become part and parcel of this work that we are faced with, because as police, we cannot really work alone, but in collaboration with communities, it's whereby we can conquer this enemy that is crime.
Which leads me to my next question, and that is, what would you say is the one thing that police officers need most right now to be able to do their work effectively and be able to reassure the communities that they serve that indeed the SAPS remains committed at the level of every member to delivering on its mandate?
we all believe, Tembegile, to say each and every worker that is not enjoying their working environment, they cannot deliver. What we are expecting to say, at first, we're calling upon the communities to support the policing to make sure it does come, to serve as it is dictated by the Constitution, and also making sure that the police is well run and the morale of the police need to be boosted by so few things that already as SAP we have advocate for, talking about better salaries and also not having a stress when you have to discharge your duties, whereby the resources, they are less, that you can really discharge your duties with diligence. So that need to be balanced and also be supported much more by the management of the South African police services, Tembegile.
Jabu Mabena, I really appreciate your time on SABC News tonight. Jabu is the Deputy National Spokesperson for the SA Police Union, speaking to us about the SAPS's Excellence Awards held in Bloemfontein, where the very finest, the creme de la creme of the SAPS, was celebrated in the Free State.